Stop chasing. All right. I know that was a little delayed, but I had to make sure my mic was right. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all get on up in here. Y'all already know what I need when y'all come in here, man. Let me know where y'all chiming in from. Let me know how y'all feeling. Doop, 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 doop. That's all I want to see is the likes going up. Doop, 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 doop. That's all I want to see is the likes going up. That's all I want to see. Who we got up in here? Hey, I know, right? Hey, Sam, come on. He said, hey, hey, Sam, funny. Hey, Sam, hey, I was like, hey, man, hold up, pause. Alchemist, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. QTZ in the building. What's going on? Again, let's heart this up. Let's like this up. Y'all let me know where y'all chiming in from. Let me know what y'all got going on. Yeah, we're gonna talk today, y'all. We got some very exciting stuff for everybody that's new. Welcome, okay? The YouTube Live is a platform that I use, right, to make sure that you get the things that you need to be successful in trading. There is more value. There's more value in these lives than what they out there charging y'all. I'm trying to tell you. For example, just this week, and it's only Wednesday, by the way, we call 4 bangers. Applied, cashed out. Tesla, cashed out. JP Morgan, cashed out. Netflix, cashed out. Well, we ain't cashed out. We still in Netflix. But you get what I'm saying, right? Tesla was a honey bun, right? JPM up about 90% today. Applied went silly. So I want y'all to understand that this is what these lives are for. So if you scrolling and you're not necessarily making the money that you want to make and you just scrolling past this live, you playing yourself. You might want to slow it down and come back. All right. In these lives, like I said, we are here to make sure that you get what it is that you need. And then after you've seen that, quite a bit, we want you to come on and join the community so you can really get down how we get down on the consistent basis. Okay. Like this video up. All right. Doop, doop, doop. I gotta get me a little machine or a button or something, man. I gotta get something to take the cause my what I'm saying, sometimes my voice be going a little crazy. Stoic, what up, man? Liz, good to see you, Liz. How you feeling? And what up, bro? Spence, what it do? How you feeling? Oh, listen, Liz got 2 honey buns. Hey, all right, so look, let me say this, right? Y'all know I got this list. And it's not sitting in front of me right now, but I got this list of people who haven't caught their first honey bun yet. For those who are new, a honey bun just means a 100% trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly changing my name. I'm still Honey Bunny Sonny, right? I still do that, but I'm coming into the Swing King era now, right? We stepping into the Swing King era now, where we just catching banger after 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 banger. I like to say stuff to get y'all irritated because that's how niggas remember shit. Like you say something enough times after banger after banger after banger, y'all gonna be waking up saying that. All right, after banger. All right, banger after banger. All right, listen. Today, Netflix pump crazy. We'll get into the charts in a second, but the beautiful thing is it still hasn't even hit the first target, y'all. I laid it out in the in the tab. We haven't even hit the first target yet. So, there were people that were like, hey, is it too late to get in? And I was like, no, they got in today and they made money. They made big money today. Just from the growth that it made today. They got in there open. All right. We'll go into details about exactly like what's taking place, what to expect on the horizon. I'm not going to leave anybody hanging. I'm going to make sure that everybody eats in these plays, okay? It's good to see y'all though, man. It's a beautiful day on the west side right now. 2600, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. 1,000 proof. What up? Pamela, how you feeling, Pam? Liz said I cashed out, but I have another contract. Okay, so you left a runner. Cool. Michelle says she missed those, but she's in Tesla. Okay. All right. As long as you caught some of the party. He said, "What it is, what it ain't." You feel me? What's good with you? Subsistence. How you feeling? He said y'all started without me. Hey, you gotta get in here, man. We ain't touched the charts yet, but I hope did you catch any of those plays, Subsistence? I know you've been in here consistently. But did you catch any of those plays? There we go, Misha. Great to have you on board. Yeah, Michelle said she down with the Swing King. I want y'all all to be down with the Swing King. All right, that's the new era that we stepping into. Honey Bunny Sunday, like I said, I'm still that. But the Swing King is we really gonna lock into this YouTube live, right? We really gonna lock into those, those plays over on the channel in the Prosperity Collective, right? If you working a job, if you are, like just sometimes just too busy, life be life, and sometimes, right? You are still gonna have a place that you can just immediately go and click on, and you can say, all right, I missed the live today, but all right, this what they taking. All right, and I'm gonna give you at least 15 minutes, with that posting for you to take a moment to get into those plays. And again, if it's nothing, if we don't see anything, we're not gonna take nothing. But if we see some bangers, we're gonna get a banger and another banger. All right, Barry Bezos, what's up, man? Yvonne, how you feeling? There we go. Joy, good to see you. Zay, what up, man? All right, again, as y'all come in, man, doop, 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 hit that like button for me. All right. Now let's just jump right into it for the recap. All right. Again, y'all, if you are new, hit that like button. That's how we get down. That's how we exchange energy. That's how we show love, right? I'm gonna get on here. I'm not gonna gatekeep any information, no levels, nothing. I'm gonna give you everything I got. All I ask in return is just to hit that like button one time for me. It really helps out with the algorithm and get this out to more people just like you that need to see it. All right, we don't have no stingies over here, right? No stingies, right? We don't have no we got all selfless people over here in the Prosperity Collective and on Marcel Prophet's YouTube page, all right? So let's go ahead and spread the love. There we go. He could hit Tesla 32%. There we go. Netflix paid up 91%. Talk to him. Talk to him, Zay. Talk to him. Say I'm still holding. You got 91%. How long did you have it out, Zay? Because it's just gonna depend, right? If you wanna take profits, you had it like a shorter expiration date. You could definitely go ahead and take profits. I got mine out till May. I think Alchemist and somebody else said they had theirs out until January of next year. So, you just gotta hold it down. Just stay in the pocket, let it accumulate. But if you have a shorter term play, like maybe this week, I would take profits. If you got it out a little bit longer than that, because I think we get one more day before there's any sort of resistance, and it's still going to pump past that. But sometimes in a breakout, you might have like one little random day. But the amount of time that Netflix has spent down, it should go straight up. You know what I mean? We should see at least 3 days. All right. Jamila said, "I've been slacking. I haven't really traded since I'm grieving." Oh, I said I try here and there, but I'm still feeling down since my loss. But my focus was off. I'm sorry to hear that, Jamila. Was it like a family member or a friend? I'm sorry to hear that. And definitely like when there's something going on, you're grieving and stuff like that. You gotta give yourself that room. You gotta give yourself the time to to just like feel what you feel, let it pass through. Trust me, I know all about it. 515, I have cons. Okay. Oh yeah. Are you up 91%? I gotta go check my joint. I stopped looking at it. I'm not even sure where it's at right now. I narrowed everything down to one setup and I love it. There we go. Hey, 2600. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Simplify this shit. Right? It does not have to be complicated. if you have something that you know that you recognize and it's high probability, and you strip it down to like only trying to locate that, you're gonna have way more success than trying to do a million different things. So shout out to you for that. You said going to add on pullbacks for sure. Yeah. No, yeah. If you got it out to May, same thing. I'm gonna be adding contracts as it goes, as it hits levels. You said I know I should, but I don't. I feel it, Jamila. I feel it. Take your time. All right. Take your time. Seriously. You'll definitely the markets will be here. Will be here. But you always gotta make sure that you take care of yourself first and foremost before anything, because you're the one that's in the driver's seat of this whole thing we call life. So you gotta make sure that you in a you're in a good space, and it's not always linear. Sometimes it goes in like waves. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes shit, I be on here talking to y'all. Sometimes I might get off and be messed up, for like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like grief can hit you in waves. So just be kind to yourself and let it flow. All right. You said this doesn't look like it's pulling back anytime soon. I feel you. I feel you, Liz. All right, y'all. Let's jump into these charts real quick. Let's see what they're talking about. All right. So again, y'all, J.P. Morgan Chase, and I haven't sold J.P. Morgan. Right, I'm still in J.P. Morgan, and the reason is because just look at it. We got a double bottom. There's no reason to sell. This right here, this is what I love, y'all. What I love is when we make money on a confirmation day. Because if a confirmation day is usually when people are going and entering, then what does that mean? You already made your money, and that gives you another day to make a little bit more money with your runners or whatever you want to leave on. But where we sit right now, like this is a solid confirmation day. Like it hasn't completely recovered this candle yet. So what that tells me is that with this double bottom being in place, man, in the next few days, we could see this go and retrace all the way to highs. The only reason that I would start taking majority profits off like by the end of today or sometime today is because you got Thursday and then you got Friday. So the market can always hand you something weird on a random day. So that's the only reason that when we have a solid move, I'll be like, all right, take a little bit off of it. Now, if we had JP Morgan out as long as as long as Netflix, then I would have been like, you know what, hold on to that for a little bit longer. But I think the max that we'll get is a up move tomorrow. But again, if you already have solid profits, like today was a solid day, it pumped about 90%. Just go ahead and take them off. Just go ahead and take at least majority, right? At least majority. If you got one, just go ahead and take it off. It ain't worth it. If you got, such a big gain and it's 2 days left in the market, just go ahead and take it off. It's not worth it. Again, if you had this out a couple weeks or longer, or whatever, you could sit back, and be cool with, any little temporary drawdown you could have absorbed, like any little fake out situation that the market might have given. But just sheerly based on technicals, this is a double bottom. We got the failed 2D, and today's a confirmation. So tomorrow is supposed to be a green day, right? Just based off technicals. But again, super conservative approach is that it's Thursday, and then after Thursday's Friday. So you got 2 days and could possibly be served up a random curveball, as we do get sometimes. All right. So I just want to give you both sides of the coin so that you can make an educated decision from there in all things that we do. All right. Again, y'all, as y'all come in here, man, I appreciate the love. Hit that like button. Doop, doop, doop. Hit it one time for me. All right. If any information that I've given you has helped, put it in the comments. If you've made money from these lives, please put it in the comments. All right. All right, let's jump over to Netflix because I know that's what y'all want to see. Right? I know that's what y'all want to see. Look at that, man. Is that not beautiful? Was this not called to a T? Was it not called that when we break out, right? We did get it right here. But again, yesterday, the only reason that it didn't break out from here is because a curveball was thrown. That's what I be telling y'all. Sometimes they'll throw a little curveball, but that was the first close outside of it. That was the first bullish close outside of it. I knew it was out of here. I knew it was out of here. They gave us the curveball, scared everybody's daylights out, and then a lot of people jumped ship. But we always held the bullish order block. So then when we got this yesterday, the bullish engulfing, I was like, oh yeah, it's done. It's a done. And we haven't. You're gonna see more, watch you see a few more of these big green candles, right? This is y'all gonna see the real nature of a falling wedge breakout. There's some people that have just started trading that haven't seen certain patterns yet, right? You might know it in theory. You might have like learned it in a class or something like that, but for new traders, this is sometimes your first time. Matter of fact, whose first time is it experiencing the start of a falling wedge breakout? Let me see in the comments if it's your first time. Let me see whose first time it is. Liz, it made a strong move today. It should be another strong move tomorrow. The only thing that I would say is that even though I believe tomorrow will be a strong day, it could open up a little bit lower and then pump. So for that, I would say wait so you could just get a little bit of a better entry. All right. And we'll I'll walk you through it as it's happening tomorrow. I'm still gonna be monitoring the trade. All right. There we go, Jamie. Jamal, what's going on? Y'all up in here. He said Joy got 70% on Netflix earlier. Still haven't run a small position because I've been getting hit. Listen, you doing the right thing by making the adjustment and doing with your capital what you think is the most responsible. So you on point, but 70% ain't nobody ever been mad at 70% gain. I can't find nobody mad at 70% gain. So shout out to you. Zoe, is it Zoe? I know you come in here periodically. I'm sorry. Is it Zoe or Zoe? Is it like Zoe, Zoey sounding, or is it Z-O sounding? I just want to make sure I'm not mispronouncing people's names. All right, yeah, we'll do Hood and Coin. All right. But yeah, really quick, I just wanted to go over the plays that we cashed out in or made money in. So Netflix, we did also y'all Tesla. We called Tesla on a banger, right? What did I say? I said we got the bullish engulfing, so we took Tesla. And it was actually a lot higher than this earlier today. So you had plenty of opportunities to take profit. So when I entered, I was going to enter on weeklies, but I actually accidentally entered on next day contracts, and that one little accident actually got me paid. So I wound up closing out with like 130%. So a honey bun for sure, and that was earlier in the day. So anybody that held for a little bit, even if you had weeklies, you should have had a nice at least 50% on Tesla. Right? Who in the chat caught Tesla? Let me see. Let me see who caught Tesla. I ask you guys because it's important that people that are watching this and coming here for the first time, they see how we get down. Right? All my guests, all my beautiful first timers, welcome. Okay? I want you to understand that we are doing this on a consistent basis. Are we 100% perfect? No, but I will say that anytime that something didn't work out in its rare occasion, it was because the market was doing something weird. But if the market is not like dropping itself and blowing up technicals, we are catching swing bodies every day, right? So lock in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button doop on this to show love, right? And show that you're receiving something. And just break out a notebook or however you take notes. I'm old school with it. All right. You said Zay said he said you missed that one and JPM. Oh man, JPM was a good one. Okay, Nawan caught it. Wop, yep, like Zay say, right? Denise caught it. Yep. It's Zoe. All right, so Zoe. Got you. Zoe. I'll lock that in. Now that's facts. All right. Retire from 925. Hey, retire from 925. What does that name mean? It kind of caught my eye. What does that mean? Is that a place that you work in, or is that an area code? You saying you trying to leave? What's going on? Alchemist caught it. There we go. Liz caught it. There we go. She said I seen it running up at 4 a.m. Liz, you like me? You be up early. All right. So that was Tesla, y'all. Like we saw the bullish engulfing on live. That's why we decided to take it. Called it, went, it worked. All right, and then last but not least was like Applied. Y'all saw what Applied did. But I could go to that. I could go to that quickly. Yeah. Today, this wasn't a. We didn't call this yesterday. We called this off of this reversal signal, and the next day you see what it did. So we already took profits on Apply yesterday, but I'm just going back and revisiting because I'm not sure if I even talked about it in the live yesterday. But yeah, we saw the fail 2D, and then we took it, and y'all see what it did. I think I made like 26% on that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's what I did. All right, first ballot. What's going on, my guy? Which channel in the Discord did you post all of this one? All right, so first ballot. We I just started the channel. Before I was just putting it in like stock options, you know what I mean, just in a random place. But now there's a channel called Swing King, and Swing King is going to line up with my calls specifically from YouTube. So I'm still going to be calling other calls in the group, as usual. As we see things, we always going to signal them, share them, whatever. But specifically for the YouTube lives, for people that are not able to make the live sometimes, because you might be, you might have something to do, you're going to be able to just go directly to that channel and click on that and say, okay, I ain't get to catch the live, but this is what they're doing, for the day. These are the plays that they're taking before the market closes. All right. And like I said, I'm gonna try to get that in there as early as possible, with the idea and then the actual like strike price and stuff like that. Yep. He said I was able to catch a little of the live, and seeing the results today is amazing. Looking forward to future returns. There we go. Close. Is it close 9? JP, good to have you. All right. All I'm gonna say is just lock in. All right. Everybody that's on here was once like you at one time, joining for their first time, and they had to see. They had to get the results, because that's really what it's about. I could be on here nice and all that as much as I want to, and you'll get a lot of other like residual things, but what we here for is to get that money, right? Let's be real about it. So I'm making sure that we are calling high probability plays, and that y'all get what y'all need to get y'all money up. All right. 37% can't afford out that far yet, but just did. Okay. There we go, Jamie. Listen, again, as long as you working, like with what you got, you know what I mean, you get your results. Nah, just something I came up with, mentality shift, take control of your own destiny. I like that. I like that a lot, man. Listen, when your name, anything that you see on a regular basis, that's a big part of like manifestation, right? Anything that you see on a regular basis, you're forcing yourself repetition, which is a big part of bringing something into fruition. So yeah, we got a lot of people in here. We got somebody called like 2K per day Candy, right? 2,600 bands, right? Like people got affirming names. I like it. Let's see. First ballot. No, I'm speaking for the test. Okay, yeah. Cool. All right. It says I'm setting up a new system for myself. So like I'm starting to do burpees for the like 20 to 30 minutes in the morning, and I was like in the gym. There we go. Listen. Burpees one of them exercises that if you can knock a consistent amount of those out, you really already got, you know what I'm saying? Like anything else is extras. You feel me? If you can knock out a consistent routine of burpees, like I got like I got like a little lymphatic drain routine I do in the mornings. I got, obviously my push-ups that I do. That's just like maintenance. But you talking about getting into some burpees, you do 100 of those a day, like you really are, you're light years ahead of a lot of people. All right. Nah, for sure, man. You're welcome. All right, let's get back to the charts. All right, so I did see some requests already. So let's see what we got in here. I know a few of y'all wanted to see some stuff. Hood, yeah, Hood and Coin. I think Coin had a pretty major day. Let's look at Hood first. Let's see what we gonna catch today, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I like waking up the money. Maybe I'm by myself on that one. But I like waking up the money and the work's already been done, right? Okay. All right, so on a daily, like, all right, so I'm gonna just tell y'all off the top, I can just see this instantly. Hood is a no nothing for me. It's in consolidation. It's just look at this. Whenever you see tightness like this, something range bound like this, even though it is coming off of what was supposed to be a double bottom, it came and did the double bottom thing. It came and then it formed a neckline right here, and then it came back down and formed the double bottom pattern, and then it just started consolidating. For those of you who are new and do not know what a double bottom is, definitely go, watch my videos, go do your research, because you know this YouTube is going to be a little bit more fast paced. Like I'm not going to be able to slow down and describe every single pattern and stuff like that. If you need more of that information, absolutely join TPC. We got a 9-hour plus course that walks you through literally everything you need to know about options, and we're also constantly adding to it to refine and improve what we've already shared with you. All right, so the link to the Prosperity Collective is in the description of all my videos. When you guys are finally ready to change your life, then you'll go ahead and click the link and join. All right. But on here, we just gonna go over the plays, and I'm assuming that you guys know about a lot of the patterns. So this is the double bottom, which was supposed to go like this. It was supposed to come up here, but we went into a consolidation mode. It's still in consolidation. It's currently in a hammer, which is a reversal signal after an up move, which means it probably wants to come down. But again, because it's in this consolidated state, we don't know how quickly that's going to take place. We don't know how weird and wonky the movements are going to be. So there's no point in us like even setting ourselves up. Where I do like Hood better is a break of this neckline, because that's going to tell me that it really does want to come up and retrace to the top, right? So this is the heavy resistance right here, 88.50. It's my mouse is sitting at 88.47, but 88.50, because it's usually that round number that a lot of decisions are being made at. 88.50. If we can break above that, I'd be interested in Hood again. And I know that seems a little ways away, but again, we not trying to force anything on any stock just because we like the name of the stock. You know what I'm saying? If there's nothing there, we're not taking it. It don't make sense. All right. So there's nothing on Hood just yet. To the upside, again, if it can break above 88.50, or to the downside, if it can just break below this swing low at 69.32. All right. If it breaks below 69.32, the put is in play. And let's go over a little bit more to see what that next resistance would be. The next support would be. Yeah, if it breaks this low, then it could come down to about 66.96, which is not a super far distance. But yeah, it probably, hold on, let's see. Did it fill this gap? Yeah, and it still got a little bit of a gap to fill right here around 68. So it could be wanting to come and fill that gap. I would be more interested in a gap fill and then, taking it to the upside after it's come back and retest that level of 66.96, or, you know what I mean? But right where it is right now, again, it's in a little bit of a consolidation. So I'm not really messing with it. To the upside, again, I like it above the 88.50. And if we can come down to to fill that gap around $68, I believe it was. Then, if we can get a reversal signal there, that might not be a bad place to take calls. But just on a risk to reward tip, there's nothing really rewarding about trying to guess where it's going next. All right, it does have this little gap to fill right here, but again, it's sitting in the order block, so we can't be sure what's taking place in it tomorrow. All right, so that's hood. Again, y'all, as y'all coming in here, hit that like button. Also, if you are looking for a trading home, the Prosperity Collective, I'm trying to tell you, and I be trying to say this in the nicest of ways, the most patience of ways, but if you've been struggling to make money and you're trying to figure it out, it is necessary for you to go ahead and just make that decision, right? We didn't make it a heavy investment for you. We didn't make it impossible to afford. We wanted to, place it at a price that's reasonable so that you can come in, start making money, and easily pay the membership, and then go off and do your thing. All right. If you in the Prosperity Collective and you have anything you want to share to the people about, what your experience has been, feel free to write it in the chat. You know what I mean? And yeah, we'll move on to coin. We'll move on to coin. I think coin had a pretty solid move today. It looks like, oh man, not a pretty solid move. Wow. Oh, coin went crazy today. Ugh. Oh man, so crypto must be waking back up again. Okay. Well, one thing I don't like about it is this gap. It may want to try to this could be a false breakout and it can come and fill the gap. But man, this is nice. I like it. It reversed off the order block. It's outside of this little. Well, we can actually take that out. We can actually take this off because I mean, I don't see nothing but green opportunity until about 213. So coin actually looks really good. Yeah, coin looks really good, y'all. I mean, like I said, it made a really big move today. So typically after a move like this, it can still be green, but typically after a move like this, there's just so many people taking profit that you see it the next day. You see it normally open up a little bit lower. Like when you got like double digit, growth. Um so yeah, I would wait on this one. This is a strong move. I would wait to see like what it wants to do tomorrow and then play it from there. But apparently crypto is heating up. Let's go look at what Ethereum and Bitcoin are doing. Because apparently that's what's driving it. Let's see. I know ETH was as low as like 1800 at one point. Y'all know how I feel about that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Ethereum back in the 2000s. Huh. Yeah, it was down here at 1730. Yeah. It get through this order block. It get through 2200. It could sail back up into the threes, y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna keep all crypto stocks on the radar. All right, I'm keeping all those on the radar. I'm not gonna take a play in coin, but I'm gonna watch it for sure. I'm gonna watch it for sure. All right. Again, as y'all come in and hit that like button for me one time. Doop. All right. Let's see. What y'all talking about in here? Yes, sir. Come join the fam. Liz said I want to take it. Yeah, no, coin definitely pays well. It be having like like the spreads sometimes are a little wide, but it more than makes up for it with its movement. Zay said, paid my membership on Friday, just made over 1,000 on Netflix swing. Let's go. Come on. That simple, y'all. That's simple. And like I said, we also provided it. We made it even sweeter if you just want to knock it all out at one time and just, commit to a year. We took 2 months off the price. So you can pay, you can pay the monthly price or you can just pay it all at one time, which will give you 2 months free, lock in for a year, watch yourself grow. There are some members who've been in here for a year and, the best Beezies, the Adams, you guys see them in the group, Alchemists, right? Like y'all see the growth. They've been here, a consistent amount of time, made the changes, changed the habits, locked into all the content and information, took the course. And what you're seeing is them now just like doing a thing. So I want that for every single person in the group, right? If somebody can get that result, if multiple people can get that the result, then that means that you can get the result too. And if you're not, it just means that okay, like this is just the part of your journey that you're on, but eventually you will get there because it is sitting there in front of your face as a possibility. All right. So that's all we trying to do here, man. Like I said, we gonna get you paid, and then from there you decide how you want to rock. All right. George says, what do you think about PANW? I'll look at that. Let's see. I like it. I like it I like it. I like it, but I like it, but I don't love it. Only just because, like I said, the eh, it's a lot of, you know what I mean. Like it, I see a lot of wiki days. I don't like wiki days. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of wiki on here. We don't like the wiki. Because what that means is that this stock is like a little irrational. Like it'll have you thinking it's going in a certain direction, and you trying to time that could throw you completely off. This looks like a stock that I would have to be at the edge of my seat watching for most of the day, and I would prefer not. So, you know, just based on technicals, yes, it's been coming down, in this downtrend. But this is how I like to play stuff, y'all. Because again, swings is not about us catching a play every single day. It's about us catching bangers when they appear. So what do I say in all my lives, y'all? We go old school, simplistic with it, and just draw the trend line. It'd be real easy. Look at that. Just real easy. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about when you need to enter. Connect 2 points. That's what a line is. 2 points connecting. So a trend line is 2 points connecting in a certain direction. This is a downtrend. All right. So with that being said, what do y'all see? Y'all see like a nice steep slope. We could run into issues in this area right here, right? So, tomorrow it could pump a little bit, and then it could wick up here, and then and then drop down into this, this bullish order block and consolidate. Just look at the history, right? These don't look like appealing candlesticks. These are things that I want y'all to always take into consideration, right? When you're choosing a stock or picking a stock, right? Like take a moment to kind of just like look at like what the history of it is. There's like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 sexy candles on here. Everything else is kind of just like consolidation, maybe a little bit of movement. I'm not sure. Very indecisive. You know, this is a person who's not really sure of themselves, right? But once they break out of here, that's when they'll get a little confidence boost. You feel me? So once they break above this trend line, then that's when it opens up for this to be the target and this to be the next target. Until then, it's just an average play to me. All right, so that's PANW. And again, y'all, sometimes if you're tracking what I'm saying, there will be things that I say I'm not going to take that do work out, but a lot of times it's like it could be fluke, luck, whatever, or it could just be that's where it wants to go. But I'm trying to make sure that I'm giving the highest quality, right? And getting y'all used to being patient to find the highest quality. All right, let's get back to it. What else y'all got for me? What else y'all want to see? Oh yeah. Hey, shout out to Nawan for the reminder. Listen, y'all. I'm just a guy on YouTube, right? They call me Honey Bunny Sunny. They call me Swing King. They call me Marcel Prophets. I just be on here talking, right? It's for entertainment purposes only. All right. Anything that I discuss or that you may be inspired by, you got to make sure that you're making these decisions with your own brain. All right. If you are inspired or you like something that I say about a particular stock, I'm not advising you because I'm not a financial advisor. So I can't be advising you. All right. You are doing your own homework, your own due diligence, your own research, and you're making a decision with your own mind. Okay. Just thought I'd let y'all know that. Appreciate you, Noah. Let's do Palantir. Let's do Palantir. Let's do Palantir. All right. Palantir, what we talking about? I'm acting like I don't have it on the watch list. All right. Also consolidation, but I believe Palantir could jump out of this. I mean, it is technically a confirmation day. It is technically a confirmation day. We've been trying to, get it to to finally, go behave, but it is consolidating. This is one that had it's a really strong day today. Look at that. It's up 4.5% today. Really strong day. Confirmation off the reversal. But again, we could be like, oh man, what a great day. We got the confirmation and it's range bound. As long as it's range bound, I don't like it. I can take it, we can intraday trade this all day. But if we talking about, calling a swing on it, it's not really looking that special. Again, it could go crazy again tomorrow, but there's nothing here that's saying, hey, it's going to go crazy tomorrow. So I'm just trying to make sure that, like, again, I'm choosing the best quality. Yeah, I'm not even sure when I would like Palantir again, because I would say above the neckline of this double bottom, but we got this huge bearish order block. Yeah, I gotta really just kind of sit back and watch Palantir. From I mean, long term, this is an amazing swing. Anything below 150, like I told y'all before, like you can leap this up all day. You can leap it up. It still may come down to, at the worst case scenario, 108, but even then you just add to it. But yeah, you could leap this up all day for 2 years. 2028, January 2028. This you could do that all day. But in terms of like a short term swing, I'm not seeing enough information that confirms that it's gonna be solid. All right. What else we got? He said PLMR. Oh, I didn't see that. I thought I'm looking at Palantir. All right, we can do PLMR. I don't even know what that is. What is that? PLMR. Let's see. Palomar. Hmm. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Um, it definitely could go. It's in a bullish order block, even though it's a failed 2D right now on the daily. Let me go to the weekly really quickly. Oh no. Yeah, nah. This actually may have a little bit more ways to come down. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not really familiar with this particular stock, so when I'm when you guys bring me something that I'm not really familiar with, I can definitely give you a solid technical analysis. But one thing that will be missing is a little bit of that fundamental and just familiarity with the personality of the stock. But yeah, I'm not in love with this. I mean, yes, it's in an order block. I'm not really in love with this. It's a fail 2 up, which means it could still, want to fall a little bit more. It could do a clean sweep of this order block. I'm not really, and low key, this is a head and shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So it's low key right at the neckline too. Yeah, I wouldn't take this to the upside. Um, it's low key at the neckline right here, and it's a slanted neckline. I would be cool off of this. I would matter of fact, I'd be waiting for like a close below like 119 for possible puts. But yeah, this is this not really my cup of tea right here. I'm not really a fan of just like the movement on this particular stock. This is a lot of like, this is a large area of liquidity. It's kind of weird that it formed this fail to up down here. And it actually has several fail to ups that did not work as I'm looking at it. It looks like it doesn't follow technicals as well as a lot of stocks. Like look at this. A fail to up here went up, right? I don't see like a consistent flow of 3-2s, like you know what I mean, like just doing the normal combos that kind of like flow with it. We had a fail 2D here, then it created a fail 2 up right next to it. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this one, y'all. Again, if I would take this, it would be below this neckline here. But other than that, I'm not really seeing anything that's like jumping out at me. I think we could find something that may give us something a little bit better. All right. All right, let's do Hems. I think we looked at Hems the other day. They had that steep drop, right? I don't think Hems is him no more. Okay, so it did get a fail to D. Again, y'all. So we discussed this yesterday. As y'all see, I have this huge trend line on here. So Hems, again, until it breaks this trend line, it's not him. All right. It break this trend line, it's up. This is gonna be just like Netflix, right? Falling wedge. All right. Get in the habit of drawing these trend lines. If you don't have trend line drawn on Hems, you're missing out. Okay. For everybody watching, I want you to take a moment right now, if you're looking at your charts, and draw a trend line on Hems. I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. But start at that top peak, right? Start at that reversal area and connect 2 points. That's it. And come all the way down, right? Bring it all the way down to this bullish order block. That is going to give you, like more than enough imagery, right? It's going to give you the not imagery, but it's going to give you the vision of exactly what could take place over these next few days. So if it tightens up and it comes down here, and then even if it breaks out down here, it only got to get through this, this bearish order block. Oftentimes I tell y'all, I'm like, man, I'm not about to buy nothing that's at a bearish order block or whatever. The times that I do, which I had no problem doing with Netflix, is at the break of a falling wedge or down trend line that has been happening for months. The reason is because there's not many other setups that have the momentum to break through the bearish order block. When something has a bearish order block, but it's like set at the earlier part of a breakout, just imagine that bearish order block is like a piece of paper and a rocket getting ready to take off, and they trying to hold a cardboard piece of paper above the rocket. They just sitting there trying to hold the joint like, I think we might be able to keep the rocket down. It's like, no, that joint going straight through there. So that's when the nuances come into trading. So if we were taking like an intraday trade and I were to see a bearish order block, I wouldn't be getting into calls. But for something that's been going down for 3 months and decides that it finally wants to take a new direction, they gonna have enough momentum and steam to power through those bearish order blocks. All right. Again, as y'all are coming in here, man, it's a lot of value being spewed on this thing. So just hit that like button for me. All right. I'm never gonna gatekeep any information from y'all. I'm gonna give y'all exactly what y'all need to be successful in this trading thing. And all I ask in return is just a little quick like. All right. Jay, how you feeling over there? Good to see you. Good to see you, Jade. Jade always call me Mr. Benson, have me feeling all sophisticated. she be having me feeling all sophisticated. All right, let's look at Meta. I got you, Joy. All right, let's see what Meta talking about. Again, y'all. Joy. Joy. Joy might have just put us down or something, y'all. Hold up. Joy might have just put us down or something, y'all. Hold up. This might be a swing right here, y'all. Shout out to Joy for this one. Yeah, I like this a lot actually, and y'all know why I like it because I drew the trend line. Right, I drew the trend line. This looks like it's a clean close outside of the trend line. I like it. I like it a lot actually. I think we could at least minimum come up to 275 tomorrow. I like this a lot, and there's good news. Meta platforms will integrate stable coins into Facebook and Instagram. That coupled with the fact that people are starting to get a little warmed up and a little excited about crypto again. I like this. I'm actually gonna call this. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna signal this in Swing King. Give me 1 second, yo. I'm gonna cut this. I'm just gonna cut the my shared screen off for a second. All right. So we're gonna go. Swing King. We're gonna go Meta. Right, everyone. All right, so this is going out to everyone. We're going Meta. Swing calls. And we are going to take the 652s. Six. And we are going to get or best. I'm gonna say 652 strike or best for you. And we are taking next week contracts or beyond. All right. All right. All right, y'all. So we're gonna take that. We're gonna definitely take that. All right. What we want to see is let me switch back to the charts. What we want to see is we just want it to close outside of this this trend line. So, anywhere where it is right now is sitting at 651.30. So 650, anything really above 651 will keep it outside of this. Again, the reason that this is such a great setup is because it is a failed 2D, which also when I tighten this up, you can see it a little bit better. It is a version of a double bottom, right? You see how it came down? It got this bottom right here, went up, came down, made this bottom right here. So not only is it a failed 2D, but it's also breaking out of the downtrend, and it is a reversal confirmation day. All right. So I'm down to take that. I'm actually gonna go off screen again and actually enter this myself. All right. Give me 1 second, yo. Again, I'm going next week with it. And I always, y'all, like when I'm swinging, I'm always, I'm usually taking like at the money. Okay. I'm usually taking at the money. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see what we're doing with that. Perfect. We go next week's. Again, y'all, next week's is 3-2. But I don't know if I want to go next week's or hmm. Hold on, what's today? The 25th. You know what? I'm gonna take I'm gonna take I'm gonna take weeklies, and I'm gonna take out the money. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm in there, yo. I took the 652.50s. So let me go update that in the Discord. 652.50s. All right. All right. We in there, yo. Solid. Solid. Appreciate you, Joy. Solid notification on that one. I like it a lot. Again, we discussed this yesterday. Way to point this one out. All right. Let me come back to all right. How y'all feeling? You like I said, expiration is totally up to your risk tolerance. So you could do, you could do weeklies because I believe that we're gonna get a pump, pump tomorrow. But a conservative approach would be next week's 3-2 or 3-6. Something that's out next week. You could take the fourth. I know that meta's pretty expensive. So again, you could come out of the money a little bit, and you could also get like a next Monday or a next Wednesday or something like that. Something that just has a 3 on it. Um, if you're being a little bit more aggressive, you can go weeklies, but um, that's totally up to you all. Yeah. No, I appreciate y'all. This is what community is right here, y'all. This is what community is right here. We all, what I'm saying? We eat together. We get the calls, we get the money. All right. All right, let's get back into it. We got a solid 25 minutes left. We might be able to find something else. All right. Let's see. Oh shit. Again, if y'all are just joining, welcome. We just entered a meta swing that we will be monitoring. Let me see what else we got going on in here. Google. Let me see what's going on with Google because this might be another one. Nah, Google not quite it yet. No. Let me see what ARM looking like. I mean, Google is holding that trend line. What's Amazon looking like? Again, y'all, Amazon once we get above 212.80, I'm very into Amazon. So we're not gonna swing it today, but just make sure that y'all are looking out for this tomorrow. All right. It is a fail 2 up on it, so it could also, fall and try to come down here and form a double bottom. So that's also still on the table, which is why we're not going to try to even swing this because it can go in either direction. But once we get the direction tomorrow, we can have a better understanding of how we want to play it. But more than likely, this is going to be on the watch list in the morning in the Prosperity Collective. All right. Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, welcome. All right, go back and watch this live. There's a lot of information on these lives that I do. We have a community of people that come together every morning, the Prosperity Collective. All right, every morning we get to the money, we do what we do. All right, so if you want to be a part of that, the description is in the the link is in the description of all my videos. Watch some of the videos, like understand who I am, like see if what I'm saying matches up with what I'm doing, right? Like go and do the research for yourself. And if it resonates and you're ready, then go ahead and make that decision. No pressure, no upsells, none of that other stuff that you may see in the industry. We just are out here trying to get money. All right. Trying to change your life, trying to make you a little bit freer than you were yesterday. All right. So that's Amazon. Yeah. So y'all, that's the play on Amazon, y'all. Amazon, we're not entering it, but if we can get above like 212.80, I like that a lot. Let's see what else we got out here. What path looking like? Oh, path might be one, yo. Oh yeah, path is right here where we wanted to be at. Path might be a solid one, y'all. This an easy one too. Like this could just be a little throwaway money right here. This is the contracts on this is super light, but this could be a nice one. See, we got the falling wedge. It has not broken out of the falling wedge yet, but look at what did I drew this the other day. I was like, once we come down to the order block, so we came down to the order block. This might be ready to go. We might be able to get a nice little squeeze out the juice on this one. Let me see how it behaved off of this order. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's respecting that. This the third touch. Oh yeah. And it's coming off a wedge. I like this one, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Let me just do a little bit of. I got earnings coming up in 14 days. Which AI growth stock is Prime? Can I get somebody to do me a favor? Can I get one of y'all to just do a little quick Google search on do a quick Google search on Path real quick. I just want to make sure there ain't no crazy news out there. Right? I just want to make sure there's no crazy news out there. If somebody could just go do like a little quick, little light, search on Path, just to see if there's any stories circulating, any lawsuits, because I do like the setup, but I just want to be sure before we take entry. All right, and yeah, I'll look at crowd 2 next. But this is solid. I think I want to call this one. Yeah, this one is looking good. Again, y'all, listen, if you got any value out of this live, just hit that like button for me one time. Doop! Appreciate you. All right. Listen, again, just to recap for those who are just joining, we call 4 bangers this week. They all worked out. Applied, worked out. Netflix, worked out. Tesla, worked out. JP Morgan Chase, worked out. And I believe Meta is going to work out, as well as Path, if we do decide to take it. I just got to see if there's anything crazy circulating about it. All right. Let's see. You said falling in Anthropic situation. Can you elaborate a little bit on that, Jamal? Boop! Appreciate you, Yvonne. There we go. Okay, yeah, they got earnings in 14 days. Okay, I see that. Yeah, because from this it looked good. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is a beautiful setup. And it being so affordable, you could get it out. You could get it out pretty far. We don't even got to get this like tomorrow, right? This is like you could get a lot of juice out of this, and just this could be like a look. The last time it came to this level, look at how far it pumped. All right, so let's see how far down it is. It's down 50%. This is this will be a solid like 3-monther. This will be a solid 3 to 6 monther. You know what I'm saying? This is these plays. These are the plays that you don't get every single day. But if you can catch them, just like we were patient and caught Netflix, and we're still letting Netflix accumulate, this is where wealth is built, y'all. Right? It's like sometimes it's gonna be a wake up tomorrow, make your money. Sometimes it's gonna be like let a couple months go by and just watch how it consistently retraces, to where it fell from, and you just get you don't know what the next day is gonna look like. That's the beautiful thing about having something out a few months. It's like sometimes we can't anticipate when it's gonna get that 10% day or that 12% day, but if you got it out that far, you're gonna be able to participate in all of that. All right. So when we see something that's down 50%, earnings coming up, nothing super crazy in the news, with a reversal hammer at an order block coming out of a falling wedge, and the first resistance is not until about $12. That's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. You see 15-cent moves at 1.5%. So a move just up to $12, which doesn't seem like a lot, $3, but $3 on this stock, that's a crazy move. All right. So I'm feeling this a lot, y'all. Anything else? Y'all got anything else for me with the path? Anything else? You said that was the only negative news. And when was that, Jamal? Like how far back was that? I'm just trying to see. All right. All right, while you getting that, I'm gonna go to crowd real quick, because we do got to make a decision. It's 12:45. All right. Crowd strike. What crowd strike on? Solid. I ain't mad at it at all. Today was a confirmation day. I ain't mad at this at all. I ain't mad at this at all. This is exactly what you want to see. A bounce, right? You got a reverse hammer off the order block, and it got its higher high, higher low today. This could clean this up. I like this. I like this. I like it. For for new traders, it may be a little bit more on the expensive side for contracts, but this is a solid one. This is a solid one. Shout out to Samuel. Right? This is a solid one. Now, for the purposes of just like amount of swings that I want to be in, I don't want to be in a ton. You know what I mean? Like I'm already in some. I'm trying to also just be like, all right, even though like we taking our time to analyze it, it's like you also just you don't want to be managing a million swings at one time. So I'm out of. I got out of J.P. Morgan too, by the way, y'all. I cashed out of J.P. Morgan. That was like an 80+% trade. Um, I do like this a lot though, but I'm between this and Path. The difference between this and Path is that this got confirmation. It did its 3-2, so it made its move to the downside. Y'all know the 3-2 is a very common move for a downward trajectory, but it reversed. So it did its down move, and now it's ready to go back up. It's like an awkward double bottom. Confirmation day. This could go. I like this one. Um, okay, what's the day for the strike? Yeah. Let's do. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna look at crowd strike real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all know we got a little bit of time. I'm gonna go off screen again. And I'm gonna give y'all exact levels for strike or crowd, I should say. Crowd. Yeah, yeah. Crowd is solid. Again, how you take it is going to be up to your risk tolerance. So it's $800 a contract at the money. So you do with that information what you may. It's $800 a contract at the money. So if you go down, out the money a little bit, you can drop it down to 675. Two places out the money drops it down to 560. Three places out the money drops it down to 460. And that's just based off of weekly contracts. So that's Friday expiration. If you're talking about going next week, that many spaces out the money gonna cost you about 1,500. Um, you know, at the money gonna cost you about 2,100. All right. So again, this is a little bit more of an expensive, um, you know, swing, but it is definitely prime, um, and I think it will do well. So that's an option, but I do like Path though. I do like Path for like a longer term swing. Yeah. So I'm gonna go Path, y'all. I'm gonna go Path. I'm gonna go Path. Calls. I'm gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna pile the contracts on this one. I'm gonna go 515 with this one. I'm gonna go 515 with Path. We're gonna let this gonna be a longer one that we let accumulate. So Path 515, 2026. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Path. $10. All right, y'all. So $10 strike, 515 expiration on path. $10 strike, 515 expiration on path. All right, beautiful setup. Again, crowd strike is beautiful as well. Again, it's just a little bit more. It's just a little bit more expensive. So just make sure that you are cautious of that. All right. Am I going to signal crowd strike? I don't know if I'm going to signal it or not. I don't know if I'm going to signal crowd strike or not, yo. But I do like it. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it to like two per live. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But it do look good. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yeah. So if you do take CrowdStrike, y'all, CrowdStrike is going to be best opportunity in my opinion is going to be the 362s for 3.6. The 362.50s for 3.6 expiration. And that's next Friday. And that's gonna run you about 2,000. All right. All right. So we locked and loaded. Two calls activated. Again, I'm not gonna signal crowd, but y'all have the information if y'all wanna if y'all wanna tap into that. All right. We back though. I think we solid, yo. I think two is solid. You said crowd got earnings next week. Yeah, it could go silly. I'm not gonna lie. But again, it's pretty expensive, and it may be expensive because of earnings coming up. So it might be a little higher than it needs to be. But Path just looked like a much better play for the longer term. You know what I mean? I like that. It's almost identical to Netflix. So yeah, we solid. Another two bangers loading, yo. There we go. Best Beezy got 45%. Got out of Netflix. Listen, we solid. I could go look at Core Weave and Graw, but I'm not gonna signal them. We got 6 minutes left in the market. I'm not gonna signal anything else. But I'll go look at them real quick. All right, let's see. You said Graw or Grill. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes we be in the market and it be too many good setups. You know what I mean? You be like, damn. That's a good problem to have though. All right. Yeah. Grill looks pretty good. It needs to break into the gap. The gap will start at about $57. So it's not quite there yet. It did have a bullish engulfing yesterday. But it looks like it's losing momentum today. So I wouldn't touch this one. It could go crazy. Again, it could, but I'm not going to touch it just based off technicals. With this big gap right here, trust me, we'll have plenty of opportunity to nail this stock. All right. So that's Grow. What else should I get? Again, y'all, like at the tail end of this live, man, if y'all could just do me a favor, if you haven't already liked the live, please just hit that doop one time for me. It helps the algorithm tremendously. And we're going to keep catching bangers like this on a consistent basis, y'all. Just keep showing up. That's all you got to do for yourself. All right. Yeah. CoreWeave looks good to the downside. Fell 2 up after this push up right here. Yeah, it's a little bit of consolidation, but yeah, this could fall. Yeah, it's a decent little play. I wouldn't take it, but it has a decent little setup to have a little pullback tomorrow. Yeah, it's not bad. But we got 2 solid plays. That's all I got on my end, y'all. It's been a solid one, as usual. All right. It's good to have all of y'all on here. We're seeing the channel grow more and more each day. More people are starting to really understand what's going on over here at the Prosperity Collective. All right. If you have not taken the time to go to the WAP link, go check out the WAP link. Go look at the video. Go look at what we're talking about. Go look at the reviews. Go look at the testimonials. Go look at the results. Right? I'm not selling you nothing. I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to take your money. None of that. I'm trying to help you because you are going to make way more than what you spend. That simple. And to be frank with you, you know what I mean? Like, this is, we get up here and do this every day. So it's like, if you've been scrolling and trying to find a way, sometime I'm gonna put it to you like this, y'all. This is something I want you to really hold on to this, y'all. And I'm saying this from the heart. Okay? There are times where we ask for something, and you know what God or the universe or whatever you call source does? They put this shit right in front of your face. They put it right in front of your face, and because you are so stuck in a certain timeline, right? Or you're so stuck into a certain like redundancy of habits, right? A loop. Sometimes you can't recognize when the blessing is right there in front of your face. Sometimes you gotta peel back the layers and take the blinders off and hold a mirror up to yourself and ask yourself, why am I not pulling the trigger? Why am I not deciding to go after what I asked for and is being put here on a silver platter for me? All right? Again, when it resonates and when you're ready. But we going. If you're going to join, come on. If not, keep watching. All right? It's always love over here, man. I appreciate all of y'all. Look, we got bangers on the way. Yeah, we good to stay in Netflix, Yvonne. Bangers on the way. We just took 2 today. We'll update you tomorrow, talk more about it, find some more, and we're going to keep rinsing and repeating this until you get to a point where you can live free. All right? Remember, invest smart, live free. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.